That midnight ice cream ritual, I replaced it with one smart swap. From binging a tub of ice cream every night to one piece of chocolate a day. Here's how. Hi, I'm Simran Valecha, a certified weight loss coach, and I work alongside my mom, an ACE certified nutritionist. Together, we've helped over 5,000 women globally lose 2 to 3 kilos a month while eating out at restaurants without giving up their favorite desserts, and no soup and salad diet. No black coffee and no protein shake hacks. Just real food, real life, and science backed weight loss tips that actually work. You can see for yourself here. If you're new here, my diet plans begin at just 999 rupees a year. You'd rather start today than wishing 4 months from today that you had begun now. Just head over to www.simvalecha.com/diet plans, or I'll link it in the description below. Click on it and click sign up. Now let's begin. I used to crave the Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream ice cream every night when I was in college. It wasn't hunger, it was loneliness, homesickness, and emotional eating at its peak. One of my clients used to follow her diet perfectly until 11 p.m. That's when her cravings hit, and suddenly her clean diet would turn into ice cream chaos in less than 5 minutes. If you've ever said, I have absolutely no control at night, this video is going to help you, and not with the same recycled advice that you heard a million and one times. I'm not going to tell you to chug a bottle of water or stare at your vision board when all you want to do is have that ice cream. And neither am I going to tell you to grab a fruit when you really want that cake. I'm going to show you what actually worked for me and the 5,000 other women I've coached. Make sure you hit the like button so that the YouTube algorithm gods can show this video to those who really need to see it. Here's the truth. The more you restrict, the harder your cravings hit. That's not weakness. That's just how your brain works. When you allow yourself to eat a certain food consistently and mindfully, your brain stops obsessing over it. It's called the habituation effect. I started placing a square of chocolate on my dinner plate every night. Not as a cheat meal, not as a reward, just part of my diet. My client Shreya, a finance employee with long working hours, used to binge an ice cream tub every night. When she started this, in 2 weeks, she didn't feel the need to finish the entire tub of ice cream. But now, what if you can't stop at that one piece? This is why you need to understand about blood sugar first. Here's the part that blew my mind. Your cravings aren't just emotional, they're chemical. When your blood sugar crashes, you crave fast sugar. So I'm sharing the balanced meal formula with you. Something I share with all my clients. And honestly, they all know it, but they struggle to actually implement it into their day to day diet. Everyone knows what a balanced meal is, but what my clients usually struggle with is how to implement it into their busy lifestyle. If you don't know what a balanced diet is, you start with your fiber, then your protein, then your vitamins and minerals, and then your carbs. This hack is scientifically proven to slow down your sugar release and keeps you fuller longer. Some of the meals I recommend to my clients that are balanced in nature, slow down your sugar release, and reduce your cravings include salad, rajma, sabzi, and roti. Exactly in this order. Cut carrot, paneer burji cooked with veggies, and roti. Again in this very order. Salad, a chicken or a paneer wrap with hummus and roti. Now I know sometimes in wraps and bowls it's very difficult for the order in which you consume the food. But you'd have to make a conscious effort to eat the veggies and the protein before you eat the carbs part of your bowl or your wrap. Once I started structuring my meals in this way, I didn't even need dessert, forget craving it. So now you know how to handle the cravings in a chemical way. But what do you do when they're emotional? Let's dive into that. Picture this, it's 9 p.m., you've had a long, stressful day, and your brain says, I've been so good all day, I deserve something good. That's emotional hunger, and you view food as a reward. And honestly, 95% of us view food the same way. And honestly, this feeling after a long day at work is totally valid. Here's what I changed. I stopped calling chocolate bad. I made a conscious effort of changing my thought every time I had a thought saying chocolate is bad. I told myself, no, chocolate is not bad. That's what media wants me to believe. But honestly, it's totally okay to eat a piece of chocolate every day. I didn't wait till I caved and ate five. I included one daily guilt-free. Science shows that giving yourself the permission to eat certain types of food consistently reduces your chances of overeating it. Now, here's how you can include it daily. Serve yourself a piece of chocolate in your dinner plate while you serve yourself in the kitchen. Right after you're done with your dinner, eat it slowly at the dining table. Once you're done and you've gotten up and loaded your dishes in the dishwasher, head directly to the bathroom and brush your teeth. This sends a signal to your brain that you're done eating for this meal. A client of mine used to eat 4 biscuits along with her tea every evening. I added 2 of these same biscuits to her lunch that she was to eat slowly right after her lunch, and boom, she didn't even want to eat those additional 2 biscuits along with her tea in the evening. But what if you feel like you just can't stop? Then you need this mindset shift. If I gave you 10 bhindis, would you eat all 10 of them? Probably not, because you don't crave things you allow yourself to eat consistently. You don't fear dal, you don't obsess over broccoli. So why does having chocolate feel like a crime? Your goal isn't to avoid cravings, it's to make them boring, neutral, just like sabzi. And this is exactly what I teach my clients inside my diet plan: how to make food feel normal, not forbidden. And I assure you, all 5,000 of my clients have lost 2 to 3 kilos a month while eating their favorite foods. Now, on to the final tip. A tip that rewires your brain in 5 seconds. And no, it's not some mantra or meditation. It actually works in real time. This tip may sound very simple, but it's one of the most powerful psychology backed craving control technique out there. The moment you feel your cravings hit, pause, step back, and ask yourself, what are you feeling? Is it hunger? Is it boredom? Is it sadness? Is it loneliness? Or is it just a habit? Every night, thinking I needed it, but I was just sad and homesick. The moment I started labeling that emotion, it lost control over me. This technique is called affect labeling, and many studies in neuroscience show that actually naming the emotion reduces the intensity of the craving by calming your amygdala, your brain's emotional center. You're not suppressing the craving, you're disarming it. Now, here's my final 3-step control your craving plan. Start every meal with protein and fiber. Add your current treat to your dinner plate and eat it along with your veggies right after. Neutralize that feeling. And third, brush your teeth right after. Cravings don't mean that you're broken. They are just your brain's way of asking for comfort. You don't need to fight them. You just need to retrain them. If you want a diet plan that includes all of your favorite foods, you need to check out my diet plans now. They start at only rupees 9.99 a year, and they're designed for women like you and me who want to eat real food. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for some weekly science-backed weight loss tips. And in the comments, tell me what's your favorite food and I'll help you add it to your balanced meal.